Yeah, I'm back, y'all. We just went and fed the homeless. Shannon's Office podcast. Make sure y'all go check that out. Me and her was out there. Q from Plugged In TV. Y'all see him soon out there as well. And Shadira Effect podcast. It's my family. That's what we do. We make sure we feed the homeless. And I'm going to post it. But when I got back in, I started seeing a few things. And it took my focus off. So, yeah, I'm just finished eating a glazed donut. I love glazed donuts. I ain't even gonna lie. Love glazed donuts, man. And sometimes, man, what I really want to say and what I really want to bring attention to is loyalty. Oh yeah, this coffee to go with my glazed donut. If y'all thinking it's a alcoholic beverage, like most podcast people do, and some of them might have water or whatever in their cups. I don't know, but you would think it's a. But yeah, this is my coffee thing. To go with my glazed donut, and I like to say that because I want to speak about loyalty. And when I'm loyal to somebody, and when it comes to my friends, I don't play no games with it. Yep, skinny old me, little Boosie, which I'm Big Boosie. And they call me Big Boosie because I was known to do big things. I used to throw a lot of big parties. I used to be out in the street getting a lot of big money. Little slim nigga. Nothing to play with, neither. At all. But I don't idolize that. Because that don't mean nothing. And I got my time of explaining to y'all why that don't mean nothing. No matter how big you is, how small you is, whatever. They got somewhere to sit your ass down and show you you ain't nobody to them. That jail cell is nothing to play with. So that's why I say that. So, but my point is being loyal. When I'm loyal to a friend, I don't want to hear nobody talking about my friends. Because I don't play that. And I'm going to speak on it. And like I said, I got OGs too, even in my age bracket. You're never gonna, if you was 100 years old, if it's somebody that's 120 years old, they are still your OG. And I'm only saying that in terminology that our culture can understand. Because we shouldn't always have to say our OGs and all that. I get it. But I want y'all to get what I'm saying. And I want to refer to them as my big brothers. And when they call me and say, man, don't feed in what these people doing. You don't even got to mention their name. Because I done that out of love for my brothers. When I hear a person talking about my brothers, I ain't with it. And we outside every day. Still outside, because we can come outside, because we honorable people. And I'm getting ready to tell y'all a story of why. And I see a lot of comments about what make y'all think that being a ex-drug dealer, you honorable. It's not about that. It's about being, it's just the same as being an alcoholic. You left it alone. You're ex-alcoholic. It's about being a drug addict. you left it alone. Anything that somebody's addicted to and leave it alone is and come back with a positive response to show the world that this is not the way to go. You should respect that. And for you to comment in comments, I've been watching people comments in other people's things and say about, oh, he was an ex-drug dealer, she was an ex-drug dealer. What make them so right? Because the person have to listen, or should I say the people have to listen to the story. It's not about bragging. It's about telling the story of where they come from. It's about telling the story of where they come from. So then the youth will say yes. And I'm going to say this slow as hell, because people that make those comments and make the youth look at it and say, yeah, they right. Why would we listen to them? And they was doing negative. If they don't hear the stories of where the person come from, they not going to believe it when that person telling them not to do it. So they got to hear the story first. So if you took it in a bragging terminology or a bragging aspect of it, you lost the message. And you are the ones that is corrupting these young cats. Because it's not a bragging thing. And then when people that come on their platforms and bring another person on and say, if you had all of this and you had all of that, I could this and I could tell you this and I could tell you that. And when you don't look like you might even had $50,000, $100,000, or even $10,000. If you don't even look like you had that type of money, who are you to tell the youth something? When you ain't even had nothing to even, when you don't even, excuse my language, you don't even look like you had that type of money to even speak on another person. Why would I believe you? You don't even look like you got that type of money to say what another person didn't have. You don't even look like you have the brain power. But I respect that, you know, you and whoever else is trying to, you know, put out the message out there. But when you're saying it the wrong way, make sure you show your receipts of why somebody should believe you that another person actually didn't do what they did. But that's not what this episode is about. I just wanted to throw that out there after I was finished eating my glazed donut, drinking my coffee. Now I want to give you all a story of why I'm so hard on the snitching thing. Everybody seen my Queens Flip interview, and you know, I got a lot of, you know, backlash comments and all that, but it still doesn't change the fact. And a lot of people still don't understand the nature of what snitching means. A lot of y'all saying snitching because y'all not even in that culture. Y'all just saying it because y'all all on this YouTube world. Y'all still understand it. Y'all just know that snitching ain't good. And if y'all understand snitching ain't good, when you take a man from their family, when y'all was down together doing a thing or a crime together, and you take a man or a woman from their family, then that's why snitching is not good. That's first of all. But we can get deeper, but I'm not here for all that. I'm here about taking innocent black men away from their families. Not just innocent black men away from their families, innocent black men to be locked up. And locked up with not all the right evidence, locked up with somebody that can create evidence that ain't even real. to actually send that person to jail. And I'm gonna say black men right now, because women go through the same thing too. Not as much as men, not as much as black men. So I'm gonna just use the black man right now, because I was one of those black men that went to jail, and the police did whatever they wanted to do to me. Me and my friends. So, I spoke about it, but I didn't get in too deep with it. One of my friends wanted to go to, that was in VA, I was in VA, living in Virginia, Newport News. And I needed to go back to New York for something. And one of the friends, he had a car, license, whatever. He said, man, I need to go to New York. Wanted to drive to New York, take care of whatever he wanted to take care of. I'm like, all right, cool. Had my other friend with me. And we was like, all right, we rolling out. Rolling New York. Get to New York. When we get to New York, he went and did what he did. I did what I was doing. Seeing my friends, family, everything. And my other boy went with his friend, family, did what he did. When it was time to come back, we came back. Riding down Route 13. Route 13 was a back way. It was faster. It was comfortable. All of the above. I'm still adjusting to moving down to VA and all of the above. I moved down. Adjusted to moving down to VA. Excuse me. So I heard about taking that route, quick route. All right, cool. Told my boy about it. He was like, all right, let's go. We riding down. We riding. We get to Maryland, almost about to cross over the Maryland-Virginia line. Maryland police was doing a thing. If y'all don't know about the turnpike, back in late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, they was pulling cars over with black people that look young, look like they might be a person from the streets. They was pulling them over and illegally searching them and locking them up in Jersey. That was a turnpike thing. They stopped that. Once it got popular, police lost their jobs. So anyway, getting to Maryland, before we could cross over the line, I was asleep. I was in the back seat. So when the police walked up to the car, drinking my coffee. Can you heat this up for me, please? I got Shannon's office in here helping me out, and I had to ask her to assist me with this one, because she be coming up with a lot of key points with a lot of stuff, and me and her always go back and forth, as well as Q from Plugged In TV, but that's what made good podcasts. But anyway, so they pull us over, making our right onto the ramp to start heading towards getting out of Maryland. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know nothing about this city, this town, this nothing. I don't even know nothing about Maryland like that, except for Baltimore and things of that nature. Salisbury, Maryland is a small town in Maryland. They pull us over. Now, the car, my boy I forgot to tell y'all, he needed a car to go up there. I asked my cousin to rent a car for me because I needed to go back to New York, get some more stuff to bring back home for my house. And, you know, just things that I needed because I'm moving down to VA now. He got the license. So she did that. Anyway, long story short, they pull us over. The registration from the rental car is in her name. Thank you. When you got a good team, you get you a good team, man. Make sure y'all go Shannon's office. Shadira's podcast, Shadira Effect podcast, Plugged In TV. I'm gonna keep preaching that to y'all. So anyway, cars in my cousin's name, it was a rental car. Back then, rental cars, if you get pulled over, it don't matter who name is on the paperwork. They just started that a few years later. But anyway, they take him out the car, take him to the back. They already knew what they wanted to do. All right, no, excuse me. When they pulled us over, I noticed we was getting pulled over. I look up, I watched. It was an old lady in front of us. And I don't know how old she was. I could tell it was a lady. The officer get out the car, walked past us, told us, hold on. Walked past us, went to that lady and told her she can go ahead. Told him, asked him for his license, registration, whatever. He gave him the paperwork and he asked him, what you pulled me over for? And he said, you was speeding and tailgating. Exact words. Can't make this up. Doing a movie about this, actually. It's going to be called Route 13. So y'all make sure y'all check this out. It's coming for Tubi. It's a true story. Everything is documented. Told my boy, you were speeding and tailgating. How do you speed and tailgate in a 35-mile zone? Why the lady thought they was pulling her over too? Anyway, gave him everything, went to the back. Had another officer in there. One name is Officer Davis and one name is Plunkett. One of them got killed in the process of doing all these illegal searches. So I'm going to just say this because I ain't going to get into too much depth of it. Give y'all something to wait for the movie. But so he went to the back, ran whatever they ran, took him out the car, took him to the back and asked him, do he mind signing a waiver to search the car? My boy told him, no, I don't want to sign nothing. And he kept saying, man, we ain't doing nothing. We just want to search the car and this and that. And we just want to, just look in the car or whatever. And he signed the waiver. So now, when he signed that waiver, that made it all right for him to search the car. And once he signed that waiver, it made it legal. But what made it not legal, it wasn't his car for him to agree to search it. Just because he was driving still doesn't make it legal. So a lot of y'all, when y'all out there in these cars and y'all talking to the police, make sure you know your rights. But anyway, he didn't know his right. He still signed it. They searched the car. They found drugs in the car. When they found the drugs in the car, they locked all of us up for it. Asking us, took us down, separated us, and was asking questions. First of all, the one that was driving, he was cursing them out, flipping out on them, flipping on them. All of us with our hands behind our back on that ground. on the ground. And he flipping out while his hands behind his back, cursing the police out, everything. That police said, if you don't shut the F up, it's going to be another Rodney King beating out here, right here on the side of this highway. And I had to tell him, yo, chill, be quiet. So when they took us downtown, they didn't take him into question. They took me and my other homeboy in. And they started saying, well, your homeboy said you got to work. That was your drugs. They told my other homeboy that he said you got the drugs and this and that. When me and him got back in the cell and the other dude was in there, they ain't take him down because he already was bucking against him. So they already didn't want to even talk to him. So my homeboy said, man, you told him, yo, it was my drug. I said, why would I tell him that? For what? He's like, man, I already knew. I was just asking you. Because we already know the police play you against each other when they separate you. It was bogus. So long story short, we get locked up. And these are one of the reasons why I love my bro Unique, because was in there on a mega bail. Big bail. That I couldn't pay. Mega audio, which is unique. Meet with my moms, go to my house in New York. I'm in Maryland. Call my moms. Go to my house, talk to my moms, and he was gonna bail me out. Setting up, I got it, bringing it, this and that. He ain't never lied to me about nothing. That's why a brother like that always gonna be my friend. This is why I go hard for my friends that look out for me, right? So that's not the key of what I'm making this story about. So get locked up. All the dudes that I met in there was getting locked up from this railroading tactic that they was doing, pulling over black men and Hispanic men, and even some black women. And was doing it illegally. A lot of the dudes that was in there was telling, snitching on each other, everything. We never did none of that. Me and my boys, we didn't do none of that, talking or whatever. It was a few other guys that was in there that didn't do no talking. I met one of my best friends in there named Jabbo, God bless him. And before he passed away, which this was years later, I'm speaking of what's going on now, Premise Liquor. Make sure y'all get that Premise Liquor. Anyway, and I'm only saying that because my brother passed away due to a car accident going to see his brother in Virginia. But I met him in jail, and they was railroading everybody. And all of us went to trial, took mine to trial. I was facing 60 years. They was, asking questions. And I'm like, no, I don't know nothing. And I knew a lot of people that was hustling, making moves up and down the road. And I could have saved myself. I could have did what was best for me, facing them 60 years. And set somebody up, told them, yo, what's up, this, that, and set them up for these police. I didn't. My homeboy could have set people up, told them the same thing, made them think everything was good. He didn't do that. The other guy, they didn't want to talk to him because he flipped out on them on the road. But I didn't. My boy didn't. And I'm just going through a long story short for y'all because I can give y'all more things, but y'all got to catch the movie because it's coming. But I'm just letting y'all know how this is why I don't respect people that be, doing the snitch thing to get home. Because I didn't do it to get home. And I was facing 60 years. And I took it to trial and blue trial and got my time. And I went and did my time and came home an honorable man. And I don't mean honorable because I was selling drugs. Meaning honorable because I respected that I was caught up in some stuff. even if it wasn't mine. Still, I'm not saying it's somebody else's. Regardless, I was the one that took on being in that environment. I'm not going to bring another man down that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing. Why would I do that? That's effed up for a person to do that. So when I speak about it and y'all be mad that somebody speak about it, I'm only saying it because I've been through it. Because if it was me, I would be mad and pissed off at another person taking me down for something they did, had fun with, spending their money. I can't do that. I mean, I would be mad about that. So I can't do that to another person. So I see y'all comments and do all this slick talking and all that. I don't care about none of that. And you know, y'all little slick jabs and all that. Do your research about me, man. For real. And I ain't out here proclaiming to be tough or none of that. I proclaim to be thorough. I proclaim to be loyal. I proclaim to take ownership of whatever I've done and go lay down because I've done it. So now, I wanted to bring that to your attention. So now I want to speak about something. We're going to get into this Tasha K situation with R. Kelly. And Wack 100 is going at her. She going back at him. He tricked her into making her believe that he was somebody else, and she passed the phone number off. And she's saying things of, well, she mad at him, and she going hard, trying to discredit him. And she's saying, you know, things of like, his girl is the police because she's a probation officer. First of all, probation officer is a person that work and have a job and a career. That's it. She's not a police where she make people snitch and tell. She's basically like a gatekeeper to make sure that you just follow the rules and the guidelines that the judge gave you for getting in trouble. That's all his wife is. Now, if you don't follow the rules, what's she supposed to do? She gonna lose her job and say, I ain't gonna lock you up. She gotta lock you up. Basically, you locking yourself up. There was a case when this guy kept getting away with a whole bunch of stuff on probation a few years ago. I don't know what state it was. It might have been this state. Getting away with stuff, getting away with stuff, getting away with stuff. They ain't violate him. They ain't violate him. And then he committed a murder. And it was an uproar. A lot of probation officers got fired, all of the above. Now they are on probation officers' necks about maintaining and enforcing their jobs the correct way. So you could never say that or make yourself look like you talking about something and discrediting somebody by saying somebody's a probation officer. What does that mean? That's just a job. And to be honest, this is my opinion. A lot of our black brothers need to be police, but not the ones that kiss the police ass when they get in. Because that police organization is a powerful organization in our world, our country, everything. And that's an organization where the white supremacists take advantage of. And that's why they pull us over illegally and do what they want to us. Because it's not a lot of us in there because we too busy worrying about oh, you a police, or you a police. Oh, no, be a police. I'ma still respect you. I don't care about that. Y'all gotta understand this. It's still police that'll walk by that know you and know who you are. If y'all watch a few movies and say, yo, they gonna come bust you at 8 o'clock, break out. And I ain't saying that police should get that job or black brothers should get that job to do that. I'm just saying those jobs is needed for black brothers that see corrupt things that's going on and you doing your job the right way and you say, yo, why are you doing that to that person? That's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how we was trained. That's why we need more black brothers in there. A lot of people get a spank on their hands from the officers, and it would just be equal as well if we had more black brothers in there. But still, it's not enough of us in there. So for somebody to act like and say that, oh, your person, your cousin, your girl, your brother is a police, so what? Now what? And pull up a W-2 or whatever form you pull up, that's corny. And I'm saying this in the most respectful manner to the Tasha K Prince queen. I'm gonna call her a queen. I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way to the queen, Tasha K. That's not cool to bring our brothers down. Meaning, now, this is my point with her. And I ain't doing this for points, for subscriptions and all that. I'm doing this. I want to work my way up. Because I'm still a podcast at a low level, but I want to work my way up. I want to do mine the right way. But I still, like she said, when Beyonce's mother was mad at her, she is a person that is a fan. And she was giving a review of Beyonce's show. And she gave a review and she utilized Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter in there. And she was just giving her opinion. And that's all I'm giving right now to Tasha K, my opinion. For you to tear another black man down. So what happened was she, which everybody already know, she got a CO, correctional officer, to get R. Kelly transcript, or no, R. Kelly's emails and give it to one of R. Kelly's girlfriends, which both of them was cool already, but these particular ones were saying how he liked one more than the other, sort of say. I don't know the exact words for it, but it made Azrael, whatever her name is, upset. Azrael was on the Gayle King show defending R. Kelly. Once she seen those emails, she went against R. Kelly. Once she went against R. Kelly, she got on the stand. When you get on the stand in a federal case and lie, that's an automatic year. That's what Lil' Kim got, an automatic year for lying, trying to keep it real. And I don't want to say trying to keep it real, was keeping it real with her people. And she went and stood on it. But you get an automatic year. Why would you do that and pull yourself into that situation and get another black brother some time? And then want to say she was just speaking on things that really occurred in the case, that basically R. Kelly was the monster that he was supposed to be. And it was something that had to do with back a few years ago, which he beat the case. And then she's saying she's speaking for black women. That's why she did what she did for him. She did it to protect black women. So now, me and Shannon from Shannon's Office podcast was having a little debate behind it. Really in a debate because she made some valuable points. So, explain to me with what you were saying about how you didn't agree with certain things that she was doing.
Because if you support black women, in my mindset, when you say you supporting black women, you don't just pull from a small portion. Well, I don't even want to say a small portion. You don't just pull from a portion of black women. You supporting all black women. So you can't say on one end that you're supporting black women, but then on another side you're defaming black women. And you're making crass comments to black women about black women. You're talking down black women that don't live a lifestyle that you deem to be moral based on your own personal set of values. You know, the way she talked about Cardi B, the way she's talked about Sukihana is all the way wrong. I don't share their morals from my own perspective, but how dare she talk about them? What gives her the right to talk about other women? You know, how can you say you support black women when you're bashing other black women? And it's proven in the news because she has been sued and lost the lawsuit, defaming a black woman.
Right.
You know, whatever our past is our past. Whatever choices you make in life are your choices.
Right.
And she has no right to say that she supports. You can't say, you're talking out the side of your neck, Tasha K. I'm just going to say that directly to you. Because you can't say you support black women and then on the other hand, you're defaming their character and saying nasty things about black women.
Right. So, she was saying something about he got a RICO. He got a RICO charge, which a RICO charge consists of more than one person. So if you get a RICO charge, or he got a RICO charge, why are you the only one in jail?
But let me say this too. I'm going to add this in too, with the defaming of black women. You know, how on one end can you say you support black women, but you yourself, everything that you talk about, like, and I get you trying to respect her, calling her a queen, you know, and all women are queens, but in my perspective, she not wearing her crown, because her whole platform is about gossip. Queens don't gossip.
Right.
That's lowly behavior.
Mm.
Queens don't gossip. Queens don't meddle in mess, and her whole platform is about mess. She never says anything positive about anybody. So herself as a person, she's not acting in a regal manner.
Mm-hmm.
She's not being, a queen in her actions and how she carries herself on her show. That's how she has made her money. That's her whole platform, is getting on her show. And I don't see that as, that's not the way I unwind. You know, when you think about unwind, you think about being calm, you think about relaxing. The last thing that I do when I unwind is getting on the phone and bashing people and enjoying the downfall and defaming people's character. That's
right.
not queenly in action. So once again, you know, her own actions as a woman, she's not carrying herself in a way that she needs to be any type of spokesperson to try to support any black women. She's not a role model for the young black girls that she's trying to protect. She's not teaching them any type of queenly behavior. She's not an example for them. So she needs to sit down, she needs to be quiet, and she needs to just, take care of her own home.
So my thing also is like, if she was given that information, if you obtain that information when it's supposed to be not obtained the correct way, and then you obtain it and give it to the police or give it to the girlfriend. Not the police, you gave it to the girlfriend.
To start mess.
That's
drama.
starting mess. And not only that, and she said it was her that the Azari girl was only 90% of him going to jail. Everybody's saying that her testimony is the one that put the nail in the coffin for him getting that 30 years. Now, for you to just do that and make her turn on him while he's in court, going to court, you felt already that he was already guilty. So you felt like, I'm an extra help. I'm going to make sure and show that he ain't nothing. Why would you do that? That's kind of like tampering with a witness. That's kind of tampering with the witness. And that's deep. It's very deep. And I'm only having this conversation because whatever he might have done, he got found not guilty for it. You saying back in the day, he got found not guilty for it. They got the girl that with the P tape or whatever. They got her making statements, and it's in court documents. Everybody can go and look at them, showing that she said stuff that's out of turn. She's saying stuff that she agreed with. And I'm only speaking because you're putting an innocent man in jail, even if he did do something wrong that wasn't proven. Now, when you prove something, all right, cool. She also said a statement like, Wack 100 saying this and that for R. Kelly? That means you already passed judgment already. So you want everybody to look at it like R. Kelly is a monster and he's in jail. What do you mean for R. Kelly? Like he was caught dead to the right. Now it's actual proof that the mama coerced Azare to do what was done. Texting, acting like she was Azare. All of the above. So how you don't have no sympathy on that? How could you want to go at Wack 100 for going at you for doing what you did? I get it, because you already did it already. So it's like you got to defend your actions. Then you said real gangsters, they be quiet. They be in silence. Your father and your uncle are gangsters and they move in silence. They not on no social media platforms. Get it? Big respect to them. When that social media stuff started, I didn't want to be on none of them neither. So I get it. But if your father and them gangsters and they've done things, maybe you don't know about it, what they've done. Would you bring up what they done? Would you put their girlfriends on blast? Let them know what was going on. Put them on blast with their girlfriends, rather. Let them know what they did. So the girlfriends could go and take the stand on your uncle and your father? You wouldn't do that. And I'm only saying all this to say, everything ain't for everybody. If you don't know these people personally and all that, why would you do that and get involved? Wack 100 said that you got in touch with the father and told the father how you can get information. You got the information and you gave it back to the father, and the father gave it to his daughter and made her turn. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying that's what Wack 100 is saying. But if you did that, why would you do that and take a black brother away from the streets without the right, or not the streets, away from the free world without all the right things? And if you have nothing to do with it, why insert yourself in that situation? And it's crazy to me as a black man. And you say you're doing things for the black women, but you tear black women down as well. You have a lawsuit, $4 million. Cardi B is Spanish, but she's still black at the end of the day. You're speaking about things with Beyonce and her kid. I get it. You are fanned and you want to speak your mind. But all the other things that been going on that people is complaining about with you, with oh yeah, what's her name, Suki Hana, if she want to do things that she want to do with her man on what they call it OnlyFans, that's her business.
She need to leave people alone.
So
people doing their private
how you
lives
are
business.
for the black women if you still bringing up what somebody else doing in their business? So this is not going at you, and it's not. I just want to know why
Being
and how.
nice, I'm coming for her because I don't like her platform. I can't respect anybody that all they do is gossip and bash people. I
Right.
can't respect it. I can't respect it. That's low womanly behavior. It is. It
Right.
is. That's the stereotype of women, is that all women do is gossip. And she feeding into that stereotype and she's not being a good role model. I just don't.
So you're speaking from a role model terminology right now.
Yeah, because she's saying that her whole reason behind why she did what she did was to protect young black females. The best way to protect a young black female is to be a good role model.
Mm-hmm.
Show them the ropes. This woman is 41 years old, and I get it. 41, a lot of us aren't older and wiser at 41. A lot of us are still got a teenage mind. And from watching her platform, to see where she's coming from, I can tell she's not a very mature woman. She's not, because she like the mess. Any woman that is mature and that really likes to unwind and relax,
Mm-hmm.
you mind your own business. And you give people freedom to be who they want to be. You're not offended by people unless they're coming for you or they're doing things to attack you and attack your personal well-being. None of the people that Tasha K talk about are attacking her personal well-being. Even with Wack 100. And I do not have good opinions of Wack 100. I don't care much for him myself. But still, he's responding to her attacking him.
Well, he's responding to her for R. Kelly reasons, because he's been talking with R. Kelly. And he want to know why she's doing what she's doing and for what reason that make it right for her doing what she's doing to R. Kelly, or what she have already done by sending those emails to his girlfriend. That's his business.
Yeah, but
That's his person. But if he a player, he a player. That's on them to accept it.
But all he's doing is questioning her motives and
Right.
behind what
Facts.
she did and why she did what she did, because she's not
Facts.
invested.
Right.
As far as I know, she's not related to anybody
Right.
that's brought the charges up.
Right.
She has no dog in that fight.
Right.
So all he's doing is just questioning her motives and why did she do that? Why she trying to bring somebody down? Because she messy. My issue is that when he made the comments, whatever comments that he made whenever he interviewed R. Kelly, the way she came back at him was wrong. Because once again, that fight is between her and him. What his wife got to do with it? What does his wife's job as a probation officer have to do with her coming back
That's
at
once
him?
again tearing down a black woman.
And then even then, if she was going to try to mention his wife, why she got to call out her name? So here we go. You protecting black women, but you calling black women bitches.
In the same senses of saying, I'm only doing what I'm doing to protect black women from predators like R. Kelly, which he hasn't been found guilty for the P tapes, because she said it was the back in the day stuff. And now he's found guilty.
She's trying to make a shit sugar. That's what she's
Right. And now he's found guilty for all the lies that are proven right now. So I'm not here to protect nobody that's a predator. But I'm here to protect and speak out about when somebody is being locked up unjust and everybody looking bad at this person because the prosecutor, the judge did wrong by finding this man guilty and bringing up people that's lying on him to turn the case into their favor. Now, if it was done correctly, smooth sailing, and showed everything that he did wrong, then yeah, so be it. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Because I got daughters and I'll die for them. Any man touch a hair on them, I don't care what. I'm going to go to jail and be smiling. Or I'm going to go in the ground smiling. So it ain't about that. It's about if one woman, two women, three women get away with putting our black men in jail for something they didn't do, and now it'll become a pattern, what's going to happen with us black men? What's going to happen to the women that need black men? And that's a whole nother story with women that don't need men. Situation where you think you don't need a man. That's just like a man saying he don't need a woman. Yeah, right. Impossible. We all need each other. So we letting the system take away people for doing something that they didn't do that's messed up. But get the person for doing wrong and put them in the system and lock them up for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. And don't do it to make yourself look good. Don't do it to get numbers up on your podcast or whatever platform you promoting, and make yourself look good and tear another person down. That's not cool. So that's what this episode is all about. Because I've been there. I've been in jail. I had the police put me in jail for something I ain't do. And I got another one for y'all coming up real soon. Very soon. To let y'all know how real it is and how adamant I am about not sending a person to jail for something they did not do. So I'm going to end this one, man. We fed the homeless. We did that. We keep it to our word to it. We want to see other people challenge us. Moody
Girl Beauty.
Moody Girl Beauty TV. On YouTube challenged us when it spent $25. Well, she spent the extra $2. She cheated a little bit, but she spent the extra and fed 10 people. And rode around with her own hard-earned money.
She spent her money, she invested her time.
Her and her friend that was driving her around, filming, all of the above, and made sure. I'm going to post what we did yesterday, and I'm going to post what I did today.
Right. If you following Tasha K, unsubscribe to her page and subscribe to Moody Girl Beauty TV, because she is actually wearing her crown.
Well, I ain't going to say that. I don't want to tear nobody down. I ain't going to do that.
I'm saying, why do they need to continue that subscription to Tasha K when, once again, she's not doing anything uplifted? Who would want to follow that? Who would want to support negativity? Because by supporting negativity, you inviting the negativity into your own realm, into your own life. So I stand by what I say. If you subscribe to Tasha K, unsubscribe. Stop supporting her movement. Make her change her platform. That's the only reason why she continues to do the things that she does, is because her subscribers are fueling her and sending checks to her house. Y'all supporting the negativity.
Well, my thought process of that is it's billions of people out here. So out of that billion, you're gonna get 1-2 million that think the same way that another person think. So that is gonna be impossible that unsubscribing her will happen, because some people gonna still see it that way. And I ain't mad at it. But
that's sad.
Right.
That
But
people would much
if
rather
you
follow that type of mess.
if you are out of that 1, 2, 3 million that think that it's cool to send another man to jail and don't have actual evidence of it, and just go off of what everybody is just saying and saying, man, out of 20 or 30 people, girls, 2 of them got to be not lying, and then still didn't have no actual evidence of it, so leave them in jail, it's because you never been in jail. You never really sat there. And because your friends ain't there, because your family ain't there, your mother, your brother, your sister, they're not in there, and the police and the judges and the prosecutors is not holding them in there. So you're gonna listen to another person that you like and is famous and or is influential out there. But to each his own. I'm not telling you who to follow and who to like. So that's why I'm saying I ain't gonna get into all that, but don't bring our black brothers down, because we already have those problems with us going to jail. I got more stories for y'all, and I'm an example of it. More stories. So y'all stay tuned. Your boy Big Boosie, Street Knowledge Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, share, hit that like button. Please share this. Share it, share it, share it. Hit me up at The Real Big Boosie on my Instagram. You want to shout yours out?
Shannon's Office Podcast on Instagram. Subscribe to Shannon's Office Podcast on YouTube.
We ain't playing, man. We working. See y'all in a minute.